Doing these hacks right now is something you can do when it comes to minimalism. Hi everybody, welcome back to She Dynamic, Minimalism Done Her Way. Lifestyle, DIY, home decor, and everything in between. Inspiring women to create a life that they love. Today we're going to be talking about 7 minimalism life hacks. If that's something you're interested in knowing, stay tuned. Be sure to stay to the end of the video because I have a bonus hack that I think that everyone can appreciate and that will definitely help you on your minimalism journey. Hack number 1, reduce the size of your purse or your wallet, or both, whichever one you carry on a daily basis. I know it sounds silly, but believe it or not, the bigger your wallet, the bigger your purse, the more stuff you put in there that you don't need. I noticed that when I reduced the size of my bag and I got something much smaller, or I got a wallet that was much smaller, guess what? I can only fit exactly what I needed. I didn't have room to add more clutter and more junk. Number 2, remember to slow down and give yourself room to breathe. And I know it might sound like something that's not easy to do, but believe it or not, just a couple of minutes a day to slow down and breathe and give yourself time to reflect on what's going on or what you need to do can really reduce the amount of stress you have. Even if it's on the way to work, on your way to someone's house, on your way to wherever it is that you're going, take that time to be in your car silently and focus on your thoughts and focus on you at the moment, even if it is for 5 minutes. Number 3, the quickest hack I would say when it comes to reducing debt is reduce the amount of subscriptions that you have. Now, I know a lot of people might say, well, I need this subscription, I need that subscription. I didn't say eliminate all subscriptions because obviously there's some that is a necessity and there's no other option other to have the subscription. But guess what? That's more monthly bills that you have to pay that you may not even need. So if you know you have a monthly subscription with a magazine and you only read that magazine once a month or you rarely read it, it's time to get rid of that subscription. If you know that you're paying for cable every single month and you know that you only watch TV once a month or barely ever, it's time to get rid of that. Number 4, instead of organizing, get rid of it. Why are you going to organize, fixtures and, plates and all these extra stuff and you don't use all of those plates? Get rid of some of those plates. Stop trying to organize your clutter and start actually reducing them so that way you have less work to do and less stress to deal with. Did you know the average American spends about 8 hours a week on cleaning and dealing with their clutter? Yes, 8 hours. And you know what? Even myself sometimes can find myself dealing with that. So definitely quick way to start dealing with minimalism is actually reducing the amount of clutter you have instead of organizing your clutter. Number 5, protect your time. Yes, protect your time because it's valuable. At the end of the day, it's okay to say no. I know some people hear this all the time, but it's true. You need to value your time. It's okay to tell people no, that you're not going to do this. No, you can't do it. No, you don't have time for it. It's okay to say no. And I think that's been the hardest thing for me over the years was learning how to tell people no. And I found that just because I have the ability to do something or I have the talent or the skill to do something doesn't mean that I have to give my time to each and every person that needs that ability from me or that task or that, specific thing that they feel that I can do. Yes, I would love to help everybody, but at the end of the day, I had to learn that I have to say no. If I know that it's not going to bring me joy, if I know that I'm not going to have time for it, if I know it's going to create stress for me, if I know I don't have room for it in my schedule, it's okay to say no. Trust me. Number 6, reduce the amount of furniture you have in your house. I know people are like, what that have to do with anything? Trust me, I've been to houses where there's so much furniture that guess what? The more furniture you have, the more clutter you have, the more dust you have, the more cleaning you have to do. I understand that, when it comes to decorating your home, you want to build it up and, add layers to make it be beautiful. But sometimes simplicity is beautiful within itself. Keeping it simple, reducing the amount of furniture you have, not only gives you more room to move around for you and your family, but it also reduces the amount of stress that you'll carry knowing that you have to clean those spaces, clean those items, dust around them, and all kinds of stuff that comes with that. So definitely reduce the amount of furniture you have. Number 7, make sure you have the right mindset about minimalism. Minimalism is not about removing everything you have in your house. It's not about decluttering everything you have. It's an overall picture of reducing things in your life that's not providing value. If you don't have the right mindset about minimalism, you'll never be able to continue with minimalism, because at the end of the day, it starts up here. You have to minimalize the amount of mental clutter, making sure that you understand that minimalism is about reducing everything in your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, that is not providing value to you, and increasing your ability to have more time for yourself and for your family and doing the things you love. All right, bonus hack is reducing the amount of days you work. And I know people are going to say, okay, you're crazy. This is just extreme. And, you're not going to be able to work less days because that means less money. At the end of the day, if you're budgeting your money well, you're reducing the amount of purchases that you make that are not necessary, you're reducing clutter, and you're managing your money properly. If you reduce your days down to maybe 4 days instead of 5 days out the week, or even reducing the amount of hours you work a week, because you can still work 5 days and work less hours than you normally do. So instead of doing 40 hours, maybe you can go down to 35 hours. That way it helps reduce the amount of stress you encounter each day. And believe it or not, work can really stress people out. It doesn't matter what kind of work you're doing. God forbid it's a job you don't like. So that can really create stress. If you really, 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 really are into minimalism, try minimalizing the amount of days that you work. I've been working 35 hours, a week for the past, how many years? 10, 15 years. I wouldn't have it any other way. Now, of course, if it's like a business or something that you're passionate about, at that point, it's a little bit different because it's something you're passionate about, you love it, and it's not considered a job, it's considered a hobby. That's totally different. But when it comes to work and something that you're just doing for the money, doing for the paycheck, consider reducing your days and just finance your budgets a whole lot better, so that way you don't have to rely on that 5th day or that extra 5 hours. And guys, I'm telling you, all of these tips can be used on anyone, anywhere in their journey with minimalism. Doing these hacks right now is something you can do when it comes to minimalism. So definitely give them a try and comment below if you've tried any of these tips. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll be back on the next video.